Mm. Ah, ah, ah. Ah, ah, ah. Ah, ah, ah.
I got you.
Mm,
You better open your
That's
mouth
right.
so
I can't hear
fucking wide that
Uh-huh.
you won't even
got
be
headphones.
surprised when
Uh-huh.
your dick goes down my whole damn throat.
Yeah.
You know that I'm the motherfucking goat. My name's Claire.
My name's Glow, and I'm riding on that motherfucking hoe. I got a lamp, and it's lava. You know all them bitches slobber. Hey.
I was rapping about sucking dick and they don't do that, so I had to pretend to be you.
You know what? Thank you. I liked that.
Yeah.
And then I pretended to be you. All the
Yeah.
bitches slobber. I got
Uh-huh.
it.
That's how we work.
That was
Hello,
good.
I
everyone.
wasn't doing anything because they didn't give me headphones. so
That's
I couldn't
right.
Hear the music.
That's right,
It
but
was
he heard the
good.
bars.
The music's off now.
That's fine.
Michael's here again.
I
Hey,
am here.
Michael.
What's up? Let's give a little clap. Is that the clap noise? I
That
can't
is
hear.
the
Yes,
clap
you
button.
nailed
You
it.
guys are lying. What noise is that?
No, I swear to God, you
It
nailed
was
the
the
Put your
clap.
headphones and press that button then.
Okay,
No,
bitch, give me a round of applause. Everyone, give it up for Chino.
Oh wow, I'm a genius.
Yeah, that was good.
Oh,
That was good.
we on here on the podcast, John. You already know what it is. It's your
So just
boy.
a quick life update. You could hit him with what you just said.
Claire had
Did
great
you not
sex
wanna
this
talk-
morning.
Oh, I did. I literally forgot what I said 5 seconds
I was like,
ago.
did you not want to talk about it? I was.
Yeah, no, I had great sex this morning, and it was that
John.
type of sex. Hi, John. When you're uploading this, it was on the morning of Tuesday. It was good. It was like I was leaving. I was like putting my coat on. I was like, we don't have time. It was one of those.
And
And
He's
he
like,
was
we'll make
"Hold the
time."
fucking
yeah, he
phone."
was like, no, we got time,
We have time.
and it was good.
Yeah, Claire was just saying how we've changed so much since the beginning of the podcast.
Right,
Were
was
you single?
no. I
You've
was
always-
with John, but you were single, and like the first 5 episodes, you're like, all I want is a lover, and I just think it's funny now because
I don't
we were just
chase,
talking.
I attract.
Yeah, we were just talking about
whatever. What is it? I don't chase, I attract. Whatever is mine will find
it.
me.
Will come to me.
Mhm.
Whatever mine is meant to be. I can't deal. That's one component of art that I'm like majority over. Like those, why are middle-aged moms so into the arts with that are just signs with fucking like live, laugh, conquer life?
Literally today at Michael's.
Why is that?
Can I go on a quick rant?
Go on a rant.
Okay, but
Because-
today when we were at Michael's, there was one of those dumb signs, and it said, "Welcome to my home. My Wi-Fi password is," and then there was a blank space so if you bought it, you could hang it up and write your Wi-Fi password.
Okay,
on
low
it.
key a good idea for Airbnb. I'm not even gonna hate on
Okay,
that.
but so we were in Michael's, and Glow and I were talking about this.
The energy was.
Every time I go there, when I leave, I get pissed off. I'm like, I hate that store.
You seem like the type.
I can't stand going. I'd much rather go to Jerry's because I don't get angry there.
Mm-hmm.
But
You fucking hate Hobby Lobby too.
Yeah, I
Every
don't
time
hate
Michael and I are
that.
in Hobby Lobby, first of all,
We,
shout
like,
out to
race
Tyler.
through there. Yeah, shout out Tyler if he's listening. Our king, if he's listening. Our king that's in the closet in the way, not.
You
like
know,
the
he has
sexual
king
way.
potential.
He has king potential, but he's just not there. Definitely not PC whatsoever.
Yeah, the type of guy
Um,
my sister would sleep with. Right?
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
That
That's-
perfectly
if that
explains
paints the
it.
picture. But anyway, so we were in Michael's, and there's just a ton of like the type of women in there that are like the moms on Facebook that are either really racist or just aggressively overshare.
Oh, my
And
mom's the second.
I was like, so you're either on Facebook talking like that Blue Lives Matter nonsense, yee bullshit, or you're
Very
on
much
there
so.
like sharing about how your daughter had her first period and you can't get like the blood out of her leggings.
Hey
It's
girlies,
like-
are we still using Tide?
Yeah, like probably a part of like the
Time to go. Stick.
probably part of the neighborhood app, like keeping tabs on everyone in the neighborhood.
yeah,
like
that's
those type of women.
Just weird vibes.
She's like, there's a white Subaru parked
Yeah.
on.
Talking about Claire's car. No, but it was like there was this one woman with the classic like blonde bob, but it was only blonde on the layer on top, and it was like layers of brown underneath. Like the classic, like Karen. All she needed was like the big.
She had a glitter
juicy-
mask. Oh wait, no, she didn't.
No, that was the other lady
yeah.
who was wearing the faux fur and looked like a fool. But
Is
she
this-
just
this-
needed the glasses to complete her look. You know, the big poofy ones, and she would have been fun.
Listen, I personally don't even mind the middle-aged woman style. I honestly think it's admirable. I think it's admirable.
You're so brave.
I think it's admirable
Not me, bitch.
to just have the gall like that. Like to think like
I
they
think you're really killing
She
it.
had
they think they're fucking and
it was
power
the,
to them.
It was the
honestly.
jeggings with the like bear paw.
Oh.
And you know what? You know what
Yeah, yeah.
really threw me for the loop? They were all buying that sticky adhesive shit where you can cut out your own designs with a Cricut.
Oh,
So-
I was gonna
Because
say
I know
Cricut.
they're all using that shit on like their reusable plastic bottles. That
Yeah.
like, their sippy glass, their sippy wine.
Let the
cups.
moms make resin cups.
Oh yeah, let the moms fucking live. I was just going on a tangent about
Keep
how
that
I
shit
can't
top up.
It just
deal
I was
with
definitely really uncomfortable every time I looked back in the line. I was like, I'm the only one different in this whole fucking line.
No, the only normal woman in there was this lady in front of us. She looked like a nice old woman, and she's a nice
You
old
know what?
black lady versus all the racist white bitches behind it.
That's probably most likely true. But recently I've been trying not to come at the Karens and the boomers like too hard because I did have an encounter one time where I was just walking on the trail in my town and there was this older man and I was with my friends, Georgia and Alicia, and I was wearing like a Southern shirt, like Southern Connecticut University. I don't go there, one of my friends does, but we walked past this old man and he goes, "Oh, do you go to Southern?" And I did death stare and ignore him because fuck him. And Georgia and Alicia were like, Jesus Christ, that was probably someone's fucking grandpa. You couldn't fucking be like, oh yeah, no. Or I think I might have said no.
I'm not rude to anyone in person, and if honestly, if people are mean to me, I'll just shut down. I don't attack back. I've never I'll in my brain be like, I bet that woman's a bitch, but I'm not gonna treat her like she is one. If that makes any
if they
sense.
come at me, it's
Michael,
Oh, Michael's
I can't
different
speak
fucking
for
story.
him.
I
can't
have the
speak for
genes
him.
of my
But
mother.
he's waiting for it.
I'm
Yeah,
definitely my
honestly.
mother's child because I will bite a bitch.
No,
Yeah.
Michael will literally talk shit about whoever's behind us or in front of us in line out loud.
The worst. He's like, can you see what she's fucking buying? Are you kidding me? One of the signs with live, laugh, love.
I'm
And she
one of them.
turns around over his shoulder and she sees
And I
you.
keep talking about
and
it.
you're like-
Yeah,
looking her
louder.
right in her
Oh.
eyes.
Oh my god, literally
That's how I am.
gives me the worst. I literally get so nervous in situations. My fucking dad will do the same damn thing. He's
Yeah.
like,
Is
What-
he a Scorpio?
no, he's on the Leo Virgo cusp. Is that what it is?
I thought
They say cusps don't exist.
Really?
Real girls who are into real astrology say no such thing as cusp.
Really? So wait, how do you determine?
Well, when's his birthday?
August.
Don't breathe into the mic like that.
You see, I can't hear it, but you guys can, so that's
You have your nose up to the mic. Man.
Don't mute me.
I believe
That's
he was
fucking rude.
I believe he was born August 23rd,
Oh. I don't know.
24th maybe.
What do I have a Leo shooting star.
When. Yeah, you do. You do have a Leo shooting star. But I wish
I'm a trip Leo.
my favorite art
Really?
supply store to go to is Jerry's, but they just don't have everything I need to make the stuff that I want.
It, but they low key hide their shit places.
No, they don't. They do not have toads.
Low-key hide their
I
shit.
swear
What
to God.
business model is that?
They don't have
I swear to
toads.
God, I've walked in there before.
They don't have embroidery stuff. There's a lot of things we do outside of Jerry's
It's
supplies.
like a paint art store, though.
No, they have clay, screen printing.
No, you know what the mother lode of all art stores is the one in New Haven, not Halls. Halls is small. The other one, it's like an entire fucking industrial. It has everything.
I don't know which one you're talking about.
It has blocks of marble that you could use
That's
for.
hot.
That is so hot. I've never been there.
There's
You-
stores
what?
there's stores like that in Providence, mainly because RISD is right
Mhm.
there.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, we know kids. Like, there's crazy fabric stores. They're like, we know kids.
Yeah.
Mm.
Have you ever been to a Blick?
Like
A
company
Blick?
where they
No.
have their
Blick
own
art stores. They're
No.
mostly near Pratt is where I've been to one once.
I've used some of their materials, but I never knew they had
Yeah.
a store.
If you're listening, you have favorite art stores or art websites where you get your chiz on the low, let us know.
I saw one today. Somebody said it on the TikTok. It was a glass supply store
I
that
saw
has
that
a flat
one.
rate shipping of $15, no matter how heavy and how
I
much
saw
glass you buy.
that.
I was like, what the fuck? And I'm like, I'm gonna start doing stained glass. That's my
I could
next.
see you doing that specifically also because your dad has everything you would need
This
to
is true.
solder and
Mm-hmm.
If
cut.
you were to make like sexy ass like weird stained glass, like
Oh.
not that classic.
Would you
shit.
ever-
No, not that classic shit. My mom's actually I have that stained glass in my window, my room.
Mhm.
My mom made that, so she knows how to do it.
Yeah. Would you ever stop painting and like pursue stained glass full time?
Uh,
Not stop painting in general, but like use your studio for your stained glass stuff and like stop pursuing
No.
trying to sell big pieces of paintings.
No, only because like I have, like you said, I have everything at home. I have like a jewelry bench at home in the garage that has like literally like everything,
instead. Yeah.
and it's in like a hoarded garage, but it's
But
still like
those
I
are-
wouldn't want to like lug it all there.
But I feel like those are you definitely have. I feel like I try to make all my arts profitable versus you just make your paintings profitable.
I
Have you
literally
ever thought about taking like your wood carvings or like wood burnings or like jewelry? Or
it's just so fun. I just don't even give a fuck. Like I literally like giving paintings to people for free and
I
like.
need a lot of
I
art.
know,
I
but
just
do
redid my
you-
room and threw everything
Oh, bitch, I got you. I'll literally make you
some
something.
funky weird stuff, maybe sexual. That'd be hot.
Oh, I will. I love to do that. And I just love just sharing the gift. And it's like once my dad has said this before, and maybe this is where I got this mentality. My dad's a really good carver, but he's like, "Oh,
Claire's
no."
dad carves wood,
Yeah.
like really cool spoons and
Yes.
stuff. Could
Yeah.
definitely sell them.
Oh,
Doesn't.
easily doesn't. He chooses not to because he says once it becomes a job and once you're profiting off it's not fun anymore. It's not therapy. It's not therapeutic anymore because then you're just trying to like fill orders and fucking do bullshit like that. But he like literally does it cuz it like soothes him and he likes to like see the finished product and he just like appreciates different kinds of like cherry and maple and all that stuff. So like I feel like kind of the same way. Like I like to go to the studio because it's just like therapeutic, and I like touching it and I like feeling it, and it's
But
just like
but you talk about I just got a text. If you want to like, because earlier in the first few episodes
No.
of the podcast, you talk about wanting to make art
prints
that's like
and stuff. I'm definitely gonna do that. I'm definitely gonna get around to
no,
it.
not just that, but like making art that lasts forever and like lives
Yeah.
longer than you. And I feel like to do that, it has to be sold and bought. Like art like that is
I
purchased.
mean, not
so.
necessarily.
I don't think
Fucking Van Gogh, he like didn't really have shit. People didn't really discover him until he fucking after he killed himself. Like stuff like that.
But
Like he just like
Picasso,
yeah, Picasso, but like so many other people. There's so many other examples of
I
artists.
think no matter
to their
what
work.
you do, if you have any type,
If
I've talked about because the last semester I was in college, I took a class on life, death. It was called Life, Death, and Meaning, and we were talking about. Am I like muffled? Is this a directional mic? Is this better?
Oh, Jesus.
We were talking about like, is there like, do you actually really die? And I don't believe you really die because if you have any type of artwork, any type of writing, any type of music, anything where you make an impact on the world in some sense, regardless if it gets seen or not, or well, it has to get seen in order for it
Right,
to be
but-
impactful.
if there's
But
anything
if there's anything that you've ever done that's out there,
It'll
you
live on.
You live on forever.
I agree with that completely. Because even if you don't sell any of your shit, like I mean, this is terribly morbid to think about, but if like my whole family were to die, right, they'd probably just go through all my dad's shit and like see the spoons and like maybe donate it to like a Goodwill. But then someone in a Goodwill is gonna get like a
They have your
handmade.
But-
dad.
Yeah.
yeah,
like,
but his
weirdly,
name
they had
isn't
it then.
on it, and like
No, his name is on it.
Oh, he carves his name into his.
Yeah,
stuff?
he wood burns it into it.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff.
I guess I don't necessarily think art needs to be bought, but it needs to be like explored and shown. Like you need to put your art places, and
I
people need
just-
to know you made it.
I
For
have-
you to be remembered.
If you love something enough and if you're passionate about it enough, it will simply sell itself. That's a terrible mentality to have, and I know that's not necessarily true, but people will see
That's
like
happened to me
your
before.
hard work. Like this is what I was going to tell you that I didn't want to tell you downstairs. Like I had the painting hanging up in Rat Race, hanging up in the hallway. And some woman, didn't have the key to the fucking main studio door, so I was waiting for somebody to come in, and I was gonna just walk in behind them after they opened the door. And some woman was down there, and she was like, "Oh yeah, who are you?" Before I let you into the building, and I was like, "Oh, I'm Claire. I'm on the 4th floor." And she's like, "Oh, is that Rat Race painting yours?" And I was like, "Oh yeah." And she's like, "Oh, I've been really trying to sell one of my clients on it." She's like, I'm working on them for you. And I was like, "Oh, well, what do you do?" She's like, "I'm an interior designer, and a lot of my clients are always just looking for like handmade pieces." And like I saw that, and I thought I had a perfect person in mind, and I'm really trying to get them to, follow through with it. So she gave me her contact information, and then she was like, "Definitely start sending me pieces that you're working on, so I could pitch them to my clients."
That's the type of shit that
That's an
when you're-
awesome
the
connection
fuck?
too.
when you're an artist, if you could get paired up with an interior designer that you could straight just like funnel your artwork through, that's sometimes that could just
you
literally
gotta
be
launder your art, baby.
yeah, literally laundering your art. That could be your only connection, and you could just have your art just going out.
Like hundreds of places. I
Yeah.
know, that's what I was thinking. So I'm like, "Oh my God, thank you so much." And then she was like trying to move something, and then I helped her move it. And she's like, "Oh, that's your one good deed for the year. It'll come back to you." And I was like, "What are you saying? What are you implying?" But yeah, that was really exciting. And then I had like a whole reflection when I was in the studio, and I was like, I literally have not tried to sell that painting once since I painted it, and 2 people have tried to buy it from me. I'm like,
Yeah.
"What the fuck? That's
Didn't
crazy."
Elemental P try to buy it, or someone else, one of the other artists on your floor?
Yeah. And I was
I-
like, "What the fuck?"
There's this artist that's right next to Claire. I think she goes by the name LMNOP.
No, she goes by Linda.
Linda, but
Yeah.
her on Instagram is LMNOP.
Okay, sure.
And
I don't remember what it is. It was on her.
on her card,
on her business card, but I don't.
which her business cards in
her
themselves
business cards are so sick.
they're
Yeah.
literally
they're
small.
huge.
They're like 8x11 or like 5x7 fucking.
Like a small postcard.
Painting.
Yeah.
Postcard.
It's Linda Coletta.
She's a crazy good artist.
Colletta.
And I hear she has some crazy clients. I don't want to name drop because, like, but I've been thinking in my head because my room, I literally have white walls. I haven't put anything up on my wall, and this is actually because I want Glow to help me.
All right, what are we doing?
Well, first, I need to get all my furniture in order.
Yeah.
Then once I have that, then I want to gather artwork and situate it in my room, but I want to, like, pretty strategically situate it.
Yeah. I feel like once you get a bed frame.
But I literally haven't done any. I painted, so my room was originally dark blue, and then I had this realization that I like to live in completely bare, all white. And if I could live in a room with literally nothing except a bed, but I have clothes, unfortunately.
Sadly.
I love to be
Well,
naked.
you have a closet.
I
But
don't
his
have my
closet's
doors.
open.
Yeah, I
Oh.
took my doors off,
Well, you
which I
should
kind of like, but
you should get like a curtain or like a pane of glass or something.
if it was like that,
French doors.
I had doors like that on it. I took them off. But if I wanted it, I want it to be a door that went completely flush with the wall, which is just like impossible.
You know,
right
it would
now.
be really sexy. You know how they make those curtains where you like lift them up like that and they stay?
Mm-hmm.
We
That
have
would be-
those.
That'd be super hot. Like a huge one
Yeah,
covering your whole closet.
I like the
And then
reason.
when your lights are on in your closet at
It would
night,
just look
it
like
would,
yeah.
it would shine through.
But so my room's just been blank, and I like have an idea of what I want. I've gotten like I got a houndstooth. It's like a deep chocolate and cream houndstooth rug,
Oh,
and
How
I
big?
really got.
smaller or like larger?
It just sticks out from underneath my bed a little.
Oh,
bit.
okay.
But like I really was like, this is a sexy ass pattern, and
Mm.
I really like it. And I have that chair that I made with the spray foam, but other than that, there's really nothing in my room. I'm just
Which
like
is so.
I'm like waiting for everything to find the right stuff because I don't my mom and I went furniture shopping, and I look at furniture. I'm like, where's the art in this? Like,
where's the flavor?
Where's the spice? I'm not like all of this is like traditional yeehaw fucking like
Bob's Furniture.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no. I
I'm not
literally.
I'm not. I want some weird looking shit.
Speaking
that I could
of,
put my
I
clothes
could
in.
maybe get something for my dad is really into welding and like making furniture, and he recently just took the seat of a tractor and put it on the base of an antique table, but it spins. Here, I have a
That
picture of
sounds
it.
sexy.
That sounds so cool. Like
if
the
your dad wants
classic
to-
yellow seat.
No. It's like a vintage tractor. See, I'll show you.
If your dad wants to work with me, I have some designs.
Oh, my phone's dying.
And I'd love
It's
to.
in my bedroom.
I'd
later.
love to work with Sir John.
Sir John would love. He loves showing people like
I've
how
never,
to do shit. Like
I've never met Sir John.
he made literally blacksmith and carved the handle of a knife. Like made an entire knife for John, my boyfriend. Like literally found a piece of metal,
Sweet.
That's
banged it
crazy.
out, like sharpened it.
That's
Claire's
insane.
dad, John's super nice and sweet, but if he's so scary and if he doesn't like you, like watch the fuck out.
Really?
That's my
Mhm.
impression.
It is.
He's super nice. I'd
Would
say
he like me?
his smile
Based on
is
your impression of me, would he like me? Or would I
Um,
be way too much for him?
I feel like
no, he would like you,
Yeah.
but if
You'd have
but
to-
he like
I'd
you'd
have
have
to
to
turn it back.
listen. You'd have to dial it back
Yeah.
a little bit because you know he is in
See,
his
for
like
some-
60s. So
For
he's
some adults, I'm like, I respect you, so I'm going to dial it back. But then there's other adults
Like-
that I interact with in my life where I'm like, I have zero respect for you, so I'm actually going to dial it up.
oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Get
yeah.
really
No, he's not
inappropriate.
like that.
I-
He's definitely like. He's like not
sure
like
I
you
would
could swear
respect
and
it,
say like
yeah.
what the fuck and like smoke around him.
yeah,
He's not
Claire
like a
has
fucking
sailor
weirdo.
mouth.
But like
I
It-
guarantee you,
I feel like my dad is like if you respect him, you have to actually bring the notches up. My dad's very
Yeah.
much one of those guys.
mhm.
Like oh,
Which
tone it
recently I
up.
feel like I've gotten more comfortable with. Before it was like, hey, yo, Johnny boy. But now it's more of like,
Hey cousin.
hey, Kasho! Like screaming at him. But I actually forgot to bring the shop vac.
Johnny
shattered the
Rap
front
Boy.
door.
I did
Restrepo.
not shout
The
at the
wind-
front
the
door.
wind did?
I wasn't home when it happened.
Oh.
My dad very much so didn't lock the door, and it was super windy, and there's just glass all over my front steps. But back to art stuff. I got some. I put up a poll a few weeks ago to like see what people wanted us to talk about.
I literally, when you said pole, I thought stripper pole, and I said, "Where is it? I didn't see it in the basement." That's literally where my mind went.
Honestly,
And they
but
definitely
why
want
haven't
us-
we done that?
Honestly,
There's kind of a Polish.
no, but like a
little
legit
thick.
stripper
It's a little
pole.
thick.
She's a little
You can't really
thick.
put your whole arm or your whole hand around it. You can't get a good grip.
As soon as I get my own house, I'm getting my own fucking stripper pole.
Yeah.
That's an art in its goddamn self. I
It
literally
is.
love watching.
Okay, but when I
bitches-
found out stripper poles spun, it changed the game. I was like, oh, I probably could actually do that. Because watching videos my entire life, I was like, there's no way. There's no
some
way I
stripper
could do
poles
that.
spin, nice
Yeah,
ones,
some of them.
nice ones.
But
We'd get a nice one.
oh yeah, no, we
We'd get the
a nice
spinning
one.
bitch and just be like.
I always think about the season or episode of Jersey Shore where they get one and it just comes
Falls.
it just like falls to the ground.
Yeah.
But people want to hear more about the art experience. I mean, people are listening because they like us, I assume, but they definitely want to hear more about our art experience and sharing like the way we're going about attempting to do what we
It's-
want to do. But now that we're talking, I'm like, do you want art to be like your main source
Oh.
of money?
Well, I do for sure, but like also like see this is where I'm torn. Like I do want it to be my like main source of money, and I'm like totally okay with like living in a van and being like a fucking freelance artist and like putting my fucking stuff out on like a boulevard and being like buy it.
Please, please buy my
But also
art.
I have like a fucking degree. I'm probably going to go get a master's degree. And I mean, public relations and advertising is art. It's just a different type of art. And I do have really good like ads I've made, like different sort of ads. Like I know fucking like I know all that shit about like infographics and like all that stuff that people make for like press releases and stuff like that. So that'll probably more likely than not be my main career for a period of time, while on the side I'm like also doing art. But then like sooner or later, before I fucking hate myself and want to die because advertising, I'll just quit and I'll just be an artist.
Yeah.
And
I
that's
think-
basically where I'm gonna go with it.
So currently, right now in your life,
Currently, well, I'm about to graduate, so then I'm gonna take this next like year and like try and like actually pop off, because I have like a small reserve of savings, and like I have a fucking studio and I'll have like free time, and I work a desk job right now for like this fashion guy, and I was gonna see if I could maybe do some like advertising and public relations for him, and see if I could get like like a raise or a promotion of some sort. And that's probably where my like career will go. But yeah, on the side, like I definitely want to be doing art. And if like it just so happens
That you just pop the fuck
that
off
someone's
and
like,
you
oh my
can-
God, like can I fucking curate this? Can this be in this show? I'm just gonna be like, yes, and then I'm gonna drop everything that I'm doing, and then I have connections in the art field, and then I'll contact them. I'm also still like kind of considering contacting like I have family members who are like really good and high up in the art
work at
world.
museums.
Yeah, they like work at museums. One of them does like stuff for this like famous dead artist.
How
All of
important do
them.
you think connections are? Like,
Very.
yeah, I don't know. For me, I like can't see myself working a normal job, but I think I'm very close to needing one very badly.
I mean,
Like,
you are very cut out for like social media and like influencing though, because you've just been doing it for so long. Whereas like that's not even something that I like. I mean, I like to make TikToks and I like to like show people my work, but I don't even really consider myself like making an online personality for myself necessarily.
Rose very much so not.
Yeah, and you very much are. Like I don't really have that desire, so of course I'm gonna like be learning how to fucking craft professional
see
emails to send to contacts.
For me, I'm like, I see you, if you were to have a quote unquote normal job, it would be like creative director of a brand.
Yeah.
Where like everything you do is like the image of the brand and what they look like, because that's just like where you shine with ideas and stuff.
Mm.
Yeah. I'm so
So-
bad at verbalizing or like trying to sell myself, which is weird. I could do it in conversation, but if you're asking me to write an
Yeah.
email, like,
That's literally me writing cover letters to like applying for jobs. It's like, I am
good
and then
at
like
thing.
I X out the document because I hate talking
Yeah.
about myself.
Like
that.
last episode we were talking about how like want to move to New York, want to level up. I definitely
I was here for that.
you were here for that. That was the last episode. And there was a moment during last week where I was just like so fucking scared because I was thinking about my future and I was like, fuck, do I have a future in art? Like, am I good at it, or am I gonna have to just go like work retail
Well,
for
no,
the
of
rest
course.
of my
Okay.
life?
Of course, though.
Can we just spin it back a little bit based on like, first off, like, I don't know if I should drop names.
What names are you want to drop?
Celia's friend, photographer, wants to work with you.
Oh yeah.
He's very successful.
Wait, you could cut this out. I just want to know who it is. Is it
So-
Nick 80s?
yeah,
or is
Yeah,
it
you
so
don't
Nick
have to cut
80s.
it
we
out.
love Nick 80s.
So Nick 80's amazing.
And Landon, Landon, I've been
Amazing.
following you forever.
Nick, I finally got to meet Nick when we went down to Brooklyn for dinner at Celia's, and it was such a
Yeah,
weird,
which fuck you guys for the no invite.
It was such a weird interaction because I was like, I've been following you, and I'm also like really into your work, and now it's like I see you in real life, and I'm like, I don't actually know you, but I know you online, so like we're gonna start at base one. It's just like a weird interaction. I feel like with Jenny, it didn't really happen. Shout out Jenny.
Oh my god.
Hi, Jenny.
Upsetting.
Like, when-
Rat.
upsetting.
rat.
Upsetting.
You
I don't
can't
wanna
even
talk
bitch
about
at
it.
us for not going to Celia's because
Listen.
you blew off me going.
I
Jenny.
did. Nope. Glow told me the day of that Jenny was coming, and then I had to rework my entire schedule to potentially come see her, and I couldn't.
No, you've been knowing Jenny's coming to
You said
Connecticut, though.
Tuesday, and I was like, Tuesday's
You did
free.
change
I
it.
got Tuesday.
Well, yeah, because
And then the morning of when I called you, you're like, oh yeah, so I'm just gonna go pick Jenny up from the train station. I was like, what the fuck? Jenny's coming today? You're like, oh yeah. And I was like, I hate this bitch.
Yeah, things do.
But
do
yeah,
switch
with
up
like
quick.
like Nick 80s wants to work with you, and Nick is just like very like he's doing the dang thing. Like, he's living
Yeah.
the dream.
Oh,
He'll
he's
tell
fucking-
you he's living
But
the dream.
to circle back to what we were talking about, he's very much connection oriented.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
the first day when I ever met Nick 80s at one time when we were at this old apartment, we met him there, and he was like in love, like not in love with us, but he was so nice. I was like in love with him, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God. And he's like, take my number,
Yeah.
text me if you're in. I'm like, what is this?
He actually got his phone number tattooed on his arm. At
Yeah,
Sirius,
Mila tattooed it on him.
His phone number,
which is
Yeah.
hot. I'm like, that's a great. I wish I had that idea, because now if I do it, I'm just a dick rider. Like,
yeah.
Like, oh, you want my number? It rolls up sleeve.
Yeah.
Take a pic.
but then
My number.
also who Ari.
Yeah, there's like connections and people who like my work and are like, work with me, but I want like companies to reach out
But
to me.
how do you think you get there? Like,
Yeah.
you like it's almost like how in a real like quote unquote real job company where you have to like work your way up the
Climb the
ladder.
ladder,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like,
I-
you aren't just gonna
I need a
be a
marketing
Baby,
team.
I'm climbing up the ladder for you. Don't
you
worry.
aren't gonna just be like a freelance photographer and then out of nowhere have Gucci hit you up and be like, we want a free camp.
Oh yeah, no, I'm 3 years into it. I would say 2 years, like actually trying.
Yeah, and based on the 2 to 3 years, you like just your work alone has developed in such a crazy, amazing way.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
your actual account and your following and the people like your your fans, that's such a weird word, but the people that like your stuff, like, that's also insane.
Yeah.
The amount of times you change your username is insane.
Also insane. Yeah.
She changed it back to Lady Gleep.
Oh
Just
my
Lady
God.
Gleep.
You know, I'm very indecisive. I definitely want to start making YouTube videos again. Like,
We've been trying to do that.
well,
Yeah,
Alicia has my
YouTube-
camera, so I
Yeah, so what the
literally
fuck is up, Alicia?
Literally, I thought we did a trade back in the fucking 2 years ago when I gave you the film camera, the Nikon film, and I got the digital.
No, we've been borrowing.
Yeah, we did like a little
The
tradesy.
long-term borrow.
Long-term
yeah.
borrow.
I also needed it for school
She'll
for
put
like
Yeah.
so
it in your
long.
casket.
Honestly.
It's dying with Claire. I honestly might just like I need to get a new one, but I can't afford a new one right now.
So her Venmo is.
So if you guys want to buy me a camera, whoever's listening,
And that does not mean Jenny. So Jenny put.
literally, really quick. Oh, also in the beginning of the podcast, like a few early episodes, I was talking about how like I didn't feel popular enough or cool enough to like work with specific people because like they didn't want to work with me, blah blah blah.
Yeah, and then they did.
And now they do, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, actually, do I want to?
No, I don't know what you're
Oh.
even. I don't even know what you're even going on a tangent about. Like you're like, I just don't think I could ever make it. And you
No,
have like
I-
a
And
large.
I'm like, move to a
follow-
big city and
I-
you'll make
Yeah, I
it.
know. I need to go to a big city and do the thing. It's just so hard when you like. I think I do need to get a job and like have funds.
Yeah.
I don't
I've
have
been
that.
telling her, even if
Yeah.
you just submit yourself to doing the type of photography or the type of shit that you don't like to do
Yeah.
just for cash flow, I was like, shoot bitches engagement photos. That shit is so
Mhm,
easy. You tell them
weddings.
to like
Yeah.
hold each other's hips and pose, smile.
I just
Literally.
don't
Bang,
have
boom.
those connects.
Like the pregnancy photos. Yes, you
Literally,
could
you-
get them so fucking
If you
easily.
put out
Start
a
an Insta.
Craigslist ad
Yeah.
and then started a separate like engagement photo account, bitches would follow it.
100%.
You'd be getting appointments.
And not just
I
in-
told her I would dress up in a fucking tuxedo and someone else would be in a dress. Like,
literally, yeah, we could
we
do
would
the first
stage your
mock
first fucking
photos.
photos.
yeah, I could definitely like do the
Yeah.
whole family portrait vibe.
Yeah.
Weddings, family fucking portraits. Alicia wanted a fucking family portrait from you. She was like, "Can you go do that for Christmas?" Like literally, that's a thing that people want. Like you could do.
That's
Yeah,
such
like
a good
graduation
parents.
pictures.
That's such a good. every
Georgia
single
wants her
year,
graduation pictures done. Like all this shit. Like so many people every single year. It's gonna
There's
be.
gonna be so many people. Same shit. It will be Christmas pictures, family photos for parents as Christmas gifts,
Mhm, graduation,
graduations, like-
weddings,
yeah.
baby showers, pregnancy photos, sexy like bustier photos for like Valentine's Day, little little baby photos. My mom did an entire photo shoot of me when I was like 10 months old as baby Cupid. And those are fucking hung all over the house.
My mom only had the hospital do them, and she was like, "That's enough."
We're good.
Remember when we were looking through the attic? I was like, "This box is all me."
And you open it,
and
and
it
it's
was
all
my
pictures.
brother.
Not a single picture of Michael I saw in that
I used to literally.
attic hall.
I literally used to cry as a child because I was like, "There's no baby pictures of me in this house."
Oh,
And
that's
she was-
kind of sad.
She was like, "Go up in the attic. There's boxes full."
And then the boxes
And then
are
the
filled with
boxes that
Chris.
labeled Michael are full of Chris.
She's like, I already did it. We did it before.
Well,
We don't
yeah,
need
that's
to do
like
it again."
moms with their fucking first kid always.
Yeah.
Also,
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna. This is a random. I was gonna say. Also, imagine if your fucking house burnt down and you lose all your photographs. Think about
my
that.
house got broken into and they stole all of our childhood like video. Like you know how like it was a
Creepy.
You know how it's a thing to like record your child on the VHS type camera.
Yeah.
That's what they took.
That's really weird.
We have no like family home videos of us as a kid because
Someone stole
our
them
first
all.
house someone broke in and stole them
That's
all.
so fucking strange. That's scary.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm glad you love me running around as probably like a 1-year-old.
Gross. Ew. I took a dark turn. I took a really dark turn. What were you gonna say, Glow?
That's like losing all your baby pictures. That was the connection.
Yuck. I have a bunch of the VHSs in my base, or here at my house that my mom gave to me, but I want to get them digitized because the place I get my photos developed digitizes them.
Really?
Have you guys been seeing the app on TikTok? It's been running a ton of ads where you can take like really old pictures
And
then
oh my god, My Heritage. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
No spawns.
I haven't seen it.
it's you can take like pictures from straight up like 1800s and it will animate them for you and it looks creepily real.
Oh, and
Yeah.
it like makes people cry.
Or,
I've
like-
been hearing about those videos, but I haven't seen them.
I tried doing it, but if you don't pay for the app, you have to wait, I think, 5 minutes with the app open. So I sat there for like 2 minutes straight just clicking on it to keep it open, and then I'd forget and it'd shut, and then I'd have to start all over, so I stopped trying.
Yeah, that doesn't sound hot to me. I
But
forget.
it'd be
what I-
cool to like find a picture of your like great
Mhm.
whatever and be like, oh,
Yeah. Also thinking about it, like I could easily very much so do all that type of photography, but to start another business and another account on top of all my stuff would just be like so painstakingly like just too much stuff. I would if I did that, I'd want to just do it on my account. Be like, and I also do this. I just wouldn't post it.
You
can't
wouldn't be able to do that because it's a totally different target audience that you
Yeah.
need to like.
You don't want the your crowd.
Maybe
that
I'd
you
make a
have on your-
Facebook, but I wouldn't
Yeah,
want to make
Facebook-
an
Facebook is
Well,
where it
I
goes
literally
down.
just looked at all the statistics for this because I'm doing a brief in one of my like advertising classes, and the social media platform that our generation uses the most, like kids 18 through 25, is YouTube, and then the generation of like I think like 35 to like 50 is Facebook.
Yeah. I
Like,
want to get on YouTube and like actually do YouTube again. Cause I used to do it in high
Do
school. And
fucking
I've-
YouTube. Yeah, you've literally been doing YouTube.
yeah, I really want to
Like,
do it.
then focus your attention on that. You always try to do so many things at once.
that's
I
the
know.
one
That's
thing.
your like literal issue.
It's my chart. It's
I
my
rem-
birth chart. Okay?
I remember
It's not
for
me.
Christmas this year, or maybe it was your birthday, I was talking to my neighbor. I was like, I don't know what to get her. And she's like super into art. Why don't you get her art supplies? I was like, nope, not a fucking chance. Because I know there's a whole ass room in her basement full of art supplies
Mhm.
that she probably doesn't even know she has.
Literally, yeah.
And that just like
but
speaks to like all the shit she does.
Yeah, and it's good to like try everything. Don't get
Yeah.
me wrong, but then it's like actually pursuing things. It's like 87 different fucking things. Like 2
Yeah.
podcasts, online store, TikTok. I fucking want to do this, and that.
Photography,
Yeah,
freelance,
photography. It's like a lot.
it is,
And that's why you're like, I just don't know.
Yeah, because I do like to pursue everything.
Because
Because
if you-
realistically, there are things that I do that are hobbies. Like
Yeah, like your jewelry and mirror making, that's like a hobby, but then like photography is like actually like your art.
yeah, I wouldn't like pursue making like if I had to choose one of them and everyone was like stop everything except the one, it
Of-
would probably be
Of
photography.
course.
But then I don't like like I've said thousands of times, I want to be a director. Like I want to make movies. So if I had to like actually quit everything, I would probably just start writing scripts in my free time and saving up my, like, go get a normal fucking job.
Do you think that's more productive? Like, do you want to start doing that instead of like putting like a little bit of energy into like all these like side hobbies? Because it's like fun, yeah. Like the mirrors are fun, the necklaces are fun, but it's like you're just like giving people good ideas. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I see.
Because it's not trademarked either, so people could just see the mirrors and be like, "Oh, let me go buy a mirror and glue shit on," and then they see like the lizards. Yeah, they see the lizards, or they see like the cute earrings, and then they look up pattern on Pinterest, and then they like, you know. I mean, not everybody's gonna like think they have the time for that. That's why like things like that could sell. But if you were to just put your energy into like taking photographs, like
I think if I was to I'm just gonna interrupt you really quick.
And interrupt me.
I'm sorry. I really hate being interrupted, but I would just want to say, I think if I was to post a Craigslist ad to be like engagement photographer, not wedding, because that's a whole production, engagement photographer, baby photographer,
graduation and family portrait,
family portrait, I think you would literally get emails
Oh
tomorrow.
my God. I literally.
I'm not kidding.
You
I'm
will.
really not.
You will, because I want a couple's portrait, a 90s couple portrait of me and John on the stool and the white shirts. That would be so funny. Like, who doesn't want that?
Yeah, full on J.C. Penney's moment.
Just like a full on J.C. Penney's moment.
Dude, and sometimes it doesn't even have to be like the crazy ass like cranberry photo shoots that you always see.
Every time me and Michael go to this park in Norwalk, there's like six photo shoots, 7 photo shoots happening.
And like during the summertime, yeah, that's awesome because it's a great venue, but like that's also something like if you were to get a client, you'd be like, all right, well, choose a venue. I'm in this area and I'm only going to travel this. Like you aren't going to drive an hour.
Yeah, or you could be like, I could set up this set for you and we could do it here. Like how you could like hung the hearts from the ceiling and you want to do like a Valentine's thing or something. Or if like somebody wanted like an all white theme.
You would get responses by tomorrow.
Oh, no shit. That's like inevitable, especially because of the following you have. All you need to do is drop your the numbers that you have on social media and people automatically will become impressed and be like, yeah.
Yeah, you could be like on my account that I do like my personal photography.
My personal work.
This is what my following is, and that could be almost incentivized to be like, do you want to do something like this?
Yeah.
And still pay for it? Like
that's true.
Let me know.
Life's crazy. I wish we could just do nothing. I wish
oh
money wasn't
God,
real.
I know. I know.
I just drive around. I was going to say I'd drive myself off a cliff, but I truly would just drive around.
No, you wouldn't. You would ski, you would do art, you would make furniture, you would do interior design. If you could just pick stuff up.
If I had expendable materials, I would have the most crazy
if
shit
money
happening.
wasn't real and we could just like buy have stuff, you would love it. Life would be amazing.
I'd be a celebrity. That's what I would be.
That's also why is it so frowned upon to be like a house parent without any kids?
I just want to be a single
nothing.
dad. There's nothing more in my life I want to be than a single dad.
What? Why a single dad? You don't want to share that time with somebody?
No, this one more person you don't have to care about.
Oh my God, what is it?
Like,
Who hurt you?
I realized I want children because children are cute, and like I say I have some decent genes, and I also have some shitty genes. But you know, it's the toss up. Maybe I'll adopt.
Right.
But I just feel like that extra, like, not only do you have to focus on like loving your children and doing everything great as well their children, so they don't turn out fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, then you also have to focus on, like, a relationship with your significant other, and you're just like, that's a lot of work. And, like, I'd probably be a really hot single dad, so.
Literally, what the fuck kind of logic?
This is what goes on in my head.
Literally, what the
That's what happens when your parents should get divorced, but they don't.
If we're being real.
It's just I'm going to be divorced.
That's what happens when your parents prioritize each other and not their children.
Yeah, and I mean, I experienced that, and my parents were never together, so.
Yeah. Like, I remember talking to someone because, I mean, I have my own shit, but I remember talking, I was like, just talking about home life, and they were like, yeah, they say like you should prioritize your relationship with your husband or wife over your children. I'm like, in what fucking world?
Yeah.
What
No,
fucking world?
I mean, I don't know. That's not true at all.
In my
I mean, you have to
experience-
prioritize the kids. You literally have to. It's a fucking rule by law that you have to, like, you know, make sure that they're fed and, like, clothed and, like, happy and free. But, like, I don't know. I think the love that you have and, like, show your children should automatically, like, not, like, be enough for your partner, but they should just be, like,
Yeah, but
that
that's
should be
not
like an
your-
endearing thing,
Yeah.
like, and then you should be able to like bond over raising your children, not like.
I really like the single vibe though. Like I
Yeah.
could honestly say I could also live by myself for the rest.
I've just witnessed
Oh, me too.
both my parents be single, and I'm just like, I don't want that.
See,
I-
I see like the relationship between my parents. I'm like, I don't want that. Like you guys have a great relationship with each
You're
other.
too far from the mic.
I see the relationship with my parents, and they have a great relationship. But like, I'm like, I don't want that. Like,
You don't want a great relationship.
not the way they do.
Yeah, but that's because
Then
they
you
have
don't-
kids. Like, I mean, you don't have to have kids, and you can have a great relationship.
I get like a surrogate.
He wants the kid though.
I want the kid. I just don't want to have to deal with the spouse.
But I
But-
feel like if it's the love of your
Right,
life,
then it
you'll
wouldn't.
feel
You won't
differently.
feel like you're dealing with them. You know.
I feel like I just deal with like life is just dealing with everything.
What kind of fucking morbid outlook is this?
I guess I'm a glass half empty kind of day today.
Yeah, you really. Yeah. It's a little foggy out. It's like chilly. There's a breeze.
The other night when we were at Celia's, everyone was getting tattoos. I was like, I want a glass half full, and everyone was like, wow. I was like, I like was surprised that I said half full versus half empty. And they're like, am I they were saying about themselves, they were like, am I negative because I said half full? But today's a half empty.
I realized I had this like a fucking epiphany when I realized that I am like a half empty type of girl. Was when I was rushing in the morning and I saw a cup of coffee somebody had just left on the counter, and I thought, oh my god, someone fucking wasted that cup of coffee. And I got home like 2 hours later,
And you're like, they
and-
didn't enjoy the first time.
and the fucking microwave was beeping, and my brother comes out of his room and he pulls the cup of coffee out of the microwave and he just starts drinking it. And I was like, damn, I really thought that cup of coffee was wasted and I would have poured it down the fucking drain. But Colin walked in, saw it, and said, oh, let me heat it up and drink it. Like, fuck. I was like, Jesus Christ, I must be negative as fuck because I thought it was ruined.
I just really, truly, I see myself alone. Like, I don't want to, like, I truly could live by myself and be happy. I can
No, but
entertain myself like no fucking other.
No,
Same.
you're pretty like, you like being around people. You're literally around Glow every single time I come
certain
here.
people.
I know, but you're like, I could totally just live alone, but you're totally a people person and you're trying to front. You're
No.
absolutely trying to front.
I think we both are comfortable in our solitude.
Yeah.
We both could be. I could be alone for a very long time, but doesn't necessarily mean I need to be or want to be. There's moments where I need to be alone, but they're not like weeks. I'm like,
No.
let me be alone for the day.
And I think that everybody likes their solitude, but like you can like solitude with company. You could like
Oh,
doing
yeah.
your own thing upstairs and having there somebody be downstairs.
Mm-mm.
You
I-
don't feel that way?
How
Not
many?
really. For
There's
me, I'm just
multiple times where I'm in my office and you're downstairs on the sewing machine or something.
Right.
Yeah, but we're in our own little world.
That's what she's
exactly
saying.
what I'm saying.
Oh.
Like you could be in solitude, but with somebody else. Like they could be downstairs and you'd be upstairs.
Like I could
I
be reading a
guess.
book and like you could be in the shower. The
Oh,
worst
yeah.
is the worst types of relationships are when like the person feels like they need to entertain you while they go live their life.
Worst.
I'm like, dude, chill. Like go shower. Like go do like you could
Go
go
do
fold your
your life.
laundry.
Ugh,
You
oh
could
my
do your
God.
laundry while I'm here. Like clean up your room. I really don't care. Honestly, I like cleaning my room when someone's around.
Oh my god, I can only I
No,
literally
Chloe only cleans her room. That's her only to-do thing ever on her list. Every
Yeah,
once in a while, it's to go grocery shopping.
Yeah, I get FaceTimes from Glow when she's cleaning her room. She's like, I'm just cleaning my room.
Every single day.
It's always messy. My house is always a mess. It's honestly, I think my house is messier before because when I lived in the apartment, it wasn't really like that big of a deal, but because I could
More space.
there's more space and I have the same. No, I probably have much more stuff.
Yeah.
And instead of like doing all my art stuff in the basement, I'll come up into the office and like do my art shit. And I'm like,
It's
oh,
just
now all my
spread out.
art shit is
How-
up here.
How do you feel about an artist who has like a really clean workspace?
I
What
don't
do you
believe
think about
you.
Right,
That's how mine is.
that's like
No,
Not
okay,
when I
my
sew,
girlfriend, not the type of girl to rub stuff on her clothes while she's wearing it. Like I was doing her,
Oh
I
my
was doing
God.
her makeup.
okay, shade me then.
I'm not that type of person.
No,
I
I'm
could-
that type of person.
I
Oh no,
literally-
me too.
Like,
I literally
I was-
can paint a
my-
painting and not get a single drop on.
Yeah, you're crazy.
That's
I want.
literally impossible.
That's not happening.
Claire looking at her paint covered
literally
hands.
impossible.
No, if I'm wearing clothes and I'm doing something
think I'm-
artistic, they're getting like paint will be on those
I
clothes.
think I literally did that in front of you. I think I was wearing one of your pieces of clothing. that
Yeah, and I was
have.
like, why are you painting in that? And,
I
you're
was
like, I'm not gonna get anything on
on
it.
And I didn't.
That's just like I literally don't trust myself enough to do that. My fucking art space is like pretty fucking messy. My art partner, shout out Carly, her space, so messy, bitch. I was like,
Carly
I-
will let like
a fucking full gallon of paint just harden, no lid. She'll just say fuck it and then just like leave. And I'm like, you're absolutely wild. Every single paintbrush
just, like,
crisps up.
yeah.
I'm
that's
like-
glow.
I'm
no,
like,
I don't let
oh.
them crisp up. I let them sit in water for a little too.
Yeah,
long.
that's what I
but
do
you
too,
let
till
them
the
sit in
water
until the water
smells like a swamp.
evaporates,
Oh.
and then the paint water just sticks to the brush, and then they're ruined.
No,
Don't try to front.
I totally.
Let's
do
go
that too.
downstairs and look at the paintbrush.
You know what, Michael?
Let's
Mind
look
your
at the
fucking
evidence.
business. Yeah, I do that.
No, it's like literally hard not to. Like, how are you gonna like Linda, the woman that Michael was talking about earlier in the podcast? She paints
Her whole studio.
her whole studio white. She paints the floors of her studio white, and then whenever she gets too much paint on it, she repaints it or like puts like drop cloth over it, like white drop cloth to like maintain the perfectly white floors. And me and Carly wanted to do that, but then we were like, can we fucking, are we mature enough for that? Like,
Yeah.
like no.
You saw my dad. Glow saw my dad because my dad's very he like had a painting LLC. Like
He's like into it. Yeah.
But
He's like, look at this brush. I used this brush already to paint a whole room, and it literally looked like a brand new brush. I'm like,
he
how'd you
can
do
clean
that?
like a wall paintbrush so well, whereas like I'll spend like 20 minutes using like Dawn soap, doing like the palm technique.
Me too.
And like getting the paint scraper to take paint out of the brush, and he'll be like, "This brush is filthy. It's literally ruined." And I'm like, what do you use to clean your brushes? Like acetone?
What does he use?
He literally
His
sits in the
heart?
sink with his fucking paint scraper.
Stop it. I
I'm
thought you were
dead.
gonna drop some like secret.
No, he just
Wow, he just has the patience, huh?
he has the patience and just sits there and cleans his brushes. I'm like, dude, I do the same shit. I just don't spend 45
Was-
minutes.
Was
cleaning
he
the brush.
in the military?
No,
I was gonna say
his
that's-
his dad was.
I was gonna say that's some military type behavior. Is like being able to like
Yeah, but-
sit there and like scrub something until it looks brand new. I'm just like, yeah, that's
He
good
does
enough.
that with our boat. Like as a kid, he taught me how to clean and wax a boat to look perfect. And like now I'm so like him where I like if I look at
You're
our boat
OCD about
sometimes,
it?
I'm just like I go cross-eyed because I'm like, this is awful. Like we need to take it out of the water right now. I need to clean it. But he will clean a boat so fucking well. There's some things that he does like that, and other things he's just half-assed. His brother though, his brother has a detached garage. If you go upstairs, in
I
the
thought you were gonna
detached-
say arm for some reason.
if you go into his detached garage, he has every single outdoor like equipment or hobby thing on shelving. It looks like a fucking Bass Pro Shops. Like it is so it's
Wow,
like
that's-
labeled.
That must
It's
be
like-
fucking nice.
He's OCD.
The more we talk, I'm like, do I need ADHD medication? I think that's just where we're
Well,
at.
I just think I have OCD because I really get like Glow kind of experienced this because when I was doing the website, I did it in a way that I thought she with the font and stuff that
Michael will never drop
I
this.
won't drop the font, but I did it in a way, and then I get back the next day and it's something different, and I started inside I like
It was
blew up.
boiling. Yeah,
I
yeah.
was like to the roof. I could not see straight. And I was like, what the fuck happened? And that happens to me so much at home where like I can't stand like I bought 140 hangers for my closet because I want them to all be
all
the
matching.
same.
Yes, me.
And
Bitch.
I was like, I told my mom, I was like, please do not remove any of these from my closet, and if you do, I will have a panic attack. And now she literally has like, excuse me, she has a pile of clothes sitting outside my room that I haven't hung up yet because I told her she can't touch my hangers.
Your mom would hang your clothes for you?
She does my laundry. I'm like, dude, you don't have to do my laundry. Like,
I promise
That's
you.
I
fucking
actually,
listen.
when I stay home and they go to the Vermont house, I spend like 45 minutes while simultaneously like washing my face and doing skincare. Like, I spend so long doing my laundry, and I honestly like it. I don't like it when I'm at
me
school.
too.
When I'm at school, I'm like, these.
It's just so hard. Like,
I love
honestly, Ita used to do my grandmother used to do so much all the time.
God
and
bless her.
Her vacancy is very noticed. Like, when
Yes.
she's here,
Yeah.
she'll come over to do something. and I'm
Plants
like,
are all watered and alive.
yeah.
like literally.
My plant currently has root rot. Like, where's my grandmother?
No,
I
like,
miss her
so bad.
dearly. Like, it's so hard.
Yeah,
It's so hard to keep a house clean.
Oh my god, my father is, God bless his heart, he's a hoarder, and my mom, it just like simply doesn't bother her anymore. And it drives me fucking nuts. Can't keep anything clean. Can't keep everything is always messy. The dishwasher is always full. It's really triggering. So I always say that I'd much rather have like an OCD parent. Like, I wish my dad's fucking garage looked like Bass Pro Shop and I could find things. But if I'm like, oh, where's the shovel? It's like we're like gotta dig through some bins and, you know, look in like 5 different fucking places. I mean, sometimes it's not that bad, but other times I'm like, oh, this is a hoard, huh?
Yeah, my grandma always says like your mess is a reflection of your mental state,
Of
your
course,
mind,
yeah.
and I'm like,
Stop telling me
baby,
the truth.
baby, I know.
No, I
Like,
know.
you see this, I see it too, and
It's so true. Like, when my room's a nightmare, it's very reflective.
I always feel like I have no time, but that's also my fault because I spread myself very thin.
Yes.
That's one of the things in high school. I did so much. Like, I was like, I want to run track and cross country 4 seasons. I want to play in 3 orchestras and like jazz bands. I want to do all this stuff, and I found out that I was in school from 7:30 in the morning to like 9 o'clock at night every single day.
Yeah.
And after a while, like my sophomore year, I stopped all the music stuff because it was just so much. And
Yeah.
Norwalk they have their reputation for
Yeah,
music
the band is
department.
fire.
It's very fire.
And they were so angry. Like, well, the director of it is a piece of shit, and I hope one day he hears this. But I mean, I tell him to his
He
face.
is a piece of shit. He is
Chris
a piece of shit.
Rivera is
Call him out by name. Woo!
Chris Rivera is the biggest scumbag on the planet. And
Chris
I
Rivera,
quit.
you hear that?
And I quit, and he got so upset. And honestly, because I was talented, but I just realized, like, I really like this, and like the amount of pressure and amount of time I'm spending on this is making me not like it.
Yeah.
Like, you ever get to the point where you do something so much that it takes like you were just talking
Yes.
about, it takes the
The
fun
joy
out of it.
Yeah.
And I actually ended up writing my college essay on it about how I thought I had lost one of my biggest passions, which was music. And in reality, I just developed a new perspective of music.
Mm-hmm.
And
Which
like,
was what?
because I had spent my whole life performing in the music and like playing the instrument, so I never really got to just sit down and listen.
And like
I was,
enjoy
like,
it.
Yeah, and enjoy it. I was always focused on like being in tune, making sure I'm like getting each rhythm as
the
like
note, yeah.
articulated as possible. And then after the fact, like quitting, I can listen now and be like, well,
I think that's really interesting that you say that, because my brother played guitar, like was forced to go to fucking guitar classes like all throughout his childhood from probably like 12 to like 15, 16. And he hated it so much, would literally only play when he had to go to practice and like what the guy told him to do for homework. He hated it so much that he finally quit. And then as soon as he quit, he just started playing every single day. Because then it's like he finally was able to enjoy it. Didn't feel like it was something that he had to do anymore. Yeah, like a job.
Yeah.
And I think that's like with a lot of things. And I think spreading yourself thin is like, you definitely do that, Chloe.
It can be detrimental for some
It's
people.
100% detrimental. I'm pretty good. I feel like I have definitely spread myself thin in the past, like thinking that I could like, you know, be on a fucking D1 rowing team and simultaneously like do art and school and work, which is just like literally not possible.
Impossible,
It's
yeah.
literally impossible because like you said, you're up from 5 a.m. to fucking 9 o'clock at night.
And then you have your
And then it's
homework.
no, and then you just like don't even, and then you realize you're like, oh my god, where's my fucking hygiene? You're like,
Yeah.
you're just like always lacking in something. You're like, did I eat today? Like it's always just like something else. So it's like, I don't know. I think it's
And that's when my drug addiction kicked in.
Literally.
But yeah,
and that's why
it's-
fucking half the world's on cocaine.
I like have a. I'd
Me
say
about to book a fucking psychiatrist appointment right
I'd
now.
say I have a better appreciation for music than I ever did when I was performing so much. And I was in like multiple performance groups in college, but like it wasn't the same. Like, I don't
Yeah,
know,
it's more
it was,
lax.
It was more everything in college is a little bit more relaxed, but like, I don't know. Every once in a while, like I don't really play I actually sold like my like prized instrument. But like I'll play it every once in a while, and that's actually crazy. Like when you think about like learning how to play an instrument and read music activates a part of your brain that most people do not like use whatsoever.
Yeah, my toxic trait is making my friends who played who played in orchestra pit or band in high school break out their instruments for me, because I very much so made Michael play his trombone for me
Like 2 weeks.
like 2 weeks ago, and then Mila told me she played the flute, and I was like, crazy how
You haven't played your flute for me.
Yeah, and this weekend I made her play her flute for me, and I was watching her read the sheet music, and I was like, the fact you know what the fuck that says is crazy to me. I don't understand.
What's
it.
even more insane is, specifically for Norwalk band, you have to memorize so much music. I could still probably play like a ton of music just by memory. By the amount of times I had to, like, I played you something small from memory, but the amount of times I've had to rehearse things to the point where like
Muscle memory.
I still can play it, and it's just like that's kind of fucked.
No, I remember I wanted to be like in Annie, one of the musicals that our high school had put on senior year, or my senior year. And I went to the auditions. In the auditions, they handed everyone sheet music and started playing the piano. And I did not sing a single word because I was like, how do they know? Do they just know this song? How are they reading this sheet music
baby, I'm
and
with
just
you.
fucking singing?
I literally, it seems like a different language. It is a different language. I've tried to play piano so many times and like
That's
read
like-
music, and it's like challenging. I can maybe do like the first note, like the open one.
Yeah.
That's what I know.
For me,
I have no
it's
rhythm.
very much like I can put it into perspective
Like-
for people that can pick up languages just for fun. Like my friend Callahan, I grew up skiing with him, and I think
That's
he
his
was
first name.
Callahan. Yeah.
Nice.
When I think it was his senior year or junior year of high school, out of nowhere, he knew I had been taking French forever, and out of nowhere, he was just like, I'm really interested in French.
Mm-hmm.
And literally, when I say out of nowhere, he just became a fluent French speaker. Like, now he's completely fluent, has lived in France, like, has lived in, like, French-speaking, like, nations. And when I tell you, he just is, like, had such an infatuation that I was just like, I've been taking this since 6th grade, and I took it through high school and in college, and I still am probably as proficient as I was when I was in 6th grade.
Yeah, me with Spanish, and I've been to Colombia multiple times. Just like,
Yeah.
yeah.
With a Colombian grandmother that speaks Spanish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with my Colombian grandma, who is extremely fluent and born in Colombia.
I have a desire to learn a language, definitely, but you have to take so much time, and you basically have to be with somebody who speaks it as well.
My brain just doesn't work like that.
I just have like the infatuation. I guess I fetishize it. Like I'm like that's hot. Like I would.
Oh,
love
yeah,
to,
yeah.
I'd love to just break out and scream at someone in German or just like speak French, but
Yeah, like
I don't have the motivation or the determination to learn grammar in a different language.
Yeah,
like I barely know it in English.
yeah.
Same.
Gwen Stefani taught me all I need to know.
What'd she teach you?
Voulez-vous coucher à ce soir?
Love that.
No, but
Classic song.
that first off, I was gonna say Callahan sounds like he could be like a mayor. He sounds like he has a very mayor vibes.
Callahan has impeccable vibes. I hope Callahan's listening to this.
It sounds like a mayor.
I don't know. I've never met him, but he doesn't give off. He has like long curly brown hair, right?
Oh, maybe not then. Maybe
And
not.
he
a mayor.
skis.
Just the
His
name.
mom.
His mom is the most amazing.
I don't even
woman on the
like
planet.
literally. I wish.
What, she's hot?
No.
No.
I mean, she's
yeah,
beautiful.
she's a gorgeous woman,
No,
but it's
I
not
mean,
like
yeah.
it's not like you see and you're like, "What's up, shorty?" Like you
She
see her
walked-
and you're
she
like,
walked
"I want
into
to
the-
talk to you. I want to
Yeah.
be in your circle."
Yeah, she walked into the room and like I just wanted to have, like I
She's
pulled her aside.
magnetizing.
I was like,
Yeah.
I need to know everything you've ever done in your life. Like,
Yeah.
tell me about your ex-husband. Tell me
We
why
love
he
an
ruined it for
ex-husband,
you.
yeah.
Like he ruined it for himself. Like
Yeah.
whatever reason there's an ex before. Like I feel so
So
sorry for them.
Yeah.
Like what was your childhood like? Where'd you come from? What were your parents like? Your siblings? Like you just want to know it all.
And it goes. The crazy thing, I've
She
known
sent
this.
me a handwritten card once.
She did.
Why are you flexing on me about
It was
Callahan's
hot.
mom?
I was happy for her because I was like, I love this one. I've known them for so long.
Literally,
And I was like, I love this woman so much, and I'm so happy that this woman loves you because she's incredible. But her energy, like, I mean, you would just assume someone with that energy would have friends that are also just like her, which
I'm
is
like,
true.
how's she not famous?
Because I met one of her like best friends this like past winter. They were selling their house in Vermont, and people came up for like a last hoorah, and I met her, and I told you the story. I had always wanted to meet someone that was younger than their nephew or niece. So they were the aunt or uncle, but they were younger than their nephew or niece. This woman came from, I think, a family
It's
of
like when if your dad was
if your parents get pregnant the same time your older
You get
sibling,
pregnant.
your oldest
Oh,
sibling
like,
gets
okay.
pregnant.
yeah, like if your mom and Colin both had a baby at the same
Yeah.
time.
But Colin had it before your mom,
Yeah.
like had you before.
That's happened
I'm
in
familiar.
Karina's family multiple times.
That's John.
But so really,
Yeah, his nephews are like his age.
that's so crazy. So I had always because I had always thought about it in my head and like tried to figure it out theoretically, but I've never met anyone with it. And I meet this woman in the presence of Kimmy, who's Cal's mom, and was just so infatuated with her.
Kimmy.
She has 12 fucking siblings, and she's the youngest.
That's wild.
In fucking sane. And we were talking
Irish
forever.
Catholic.
No offense.
Yes,
Yeah,
Irish
no
Catholic.
shit.
In
My dad-
Newport, Rhode Island.
My dad
like,
had 10 siblings and my mom had 7.
That's insane. Both my parents had 5.
Crazy. Those Irish Catholics love to pop them out. Especially back then. Oh my God, forget about it.
It's over.
It's
Yeah.
literally over. 10. Imagine having fucking 10 siblings.
I'm just like,
Imagine
what
Christmas
house?
morning.
like literally what the dinner tables. Like
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Literally today, I was looking at a 3-bedroom home in Norwalk, 1.5 bath, and it was $1 million.
Yeah.
I'm like, where are these? Where houses? But I guess it was a different time.
Yeah, it was a different time.
Anyways,
That was a good one.
that was a good one.
Oh, I was like, we've been recording for 7 minutes. It's been
No.
an hour and 7.
It's been an hour.
Well, I can't hear the music.
The music is playing. Thanks, Michael,
and I
for stopping by
can't
again.
hear. This is always fun.
yeah, this was a good
I
one.
kind of want to
Sure,
do an
sure.
episode one week where we specifically debate like
Yeah.
a topic.
Yeah.
I'd love to have a debate.
Yeah, that'd
But,
be
like,
great.
art
An
debate.
ethical, an artist.
What was the one like conversation we were having when Michael came on last time? It was about love and art or something.
I don't know. I'll have to re-listen.
We'll have to listen.
I just dropped
It was
the
a
crystal.
deleted episode.
Oh, it was one of the deleted scenes.
Yeah.
Well, probably because
Let's
the
make
only
a-
thing we talk about
let's
is
make a-
drugs, sex, and money.
I know.
Guys, we'll make a
Love you guys.
Patreon if you want to hear
Yeah.
that.
We need a Patreon.
If you
Okay,
want to hear our
love ya.
X-rated episodes, sign up for our Patreon.
Bye.